In the news, there was something that happened recently. There's this shop that popped up, and it has been the talk of town for like the past month or so.
China Square.
I think it's somewhere along Thika Road, Unicity Mall. Yeah,
I really wish I went there before it closed.
It was only open for like 3 weeks, isn't it?
And he said he made like 10 million shillings.
Like 20.
He said he made 20 million.
Like 20 million. They made like
10
20
million a week or something.
Yes, like 10 million a week. So, as soon as it popped up, it was closed because there were protests. People from Kamukunji, Nyamakema, they were saying, "These guys, it's unfair competition. We can't even sell our wares because now everyone has gone to that place because their prices are so cheap." And the government closed those people closed to reevaluate their whatever, and now as we talk right now, it's closed indefinitely. So before even go further and give my opinion, what's your opinion on the China Square thing? Or do you think they were wrong? People in Yamakima were wrong to protest them? Should they just continue their business or remain closed?
My opinion is exactly what you said towards the end of the last topic, where you said the phrase "the last kicks." Dying horse. Unfortunately, and this may not make me very popular, this whole Nyamakima nonsense to me, it honestly is going to happen. It's going to happen because right now businessmen, it's not just Nyamakima. Have you heard of Think Twice? Think Twice is in Muranga, not Muranga, Thika. It's in Thika, and it's in another place where Mzungu has got warehouse. He's gone in Mtumba and he sells it at a cheaper price than you get from Mtumba.
Yeah.
So he's saying 50 bob, 350. So now someone who is doing the work of going to Mtush and making their margin, he's realized the problem is this, that these traders are making their income by creating astronomical margins that seem affordable. So if you go to China and you're buying, I use the example of a Mwiko, a Mwiko at 5 cents, and you come and you sell it at 20 shillings or 50 shillings. You have, to a normal buyer, when they go to Naivas, it's, oh my goodness, it's so expensive. But you go to this guy, 50 bob, you do it. But that guy has made 10 times more for that thing. So the China Square guy just realized, if I drop the prices, if I purchase these items and I drop the prices because I have financial capital, it's a business, I'm going to pour money in, buy these things, store them and sell them at a markup of 2 instead of a markup of 10. It's going to happen. Remove this China Square guy, another guy will come and do it. It'll just be called karaoke. That's my opinion. And then they won't complain as much. Me, I believe this is politics. It's a politician looking for a way to rile up people, looking for a way to be popular amongst his people. And unfortunately, his people, a lot of them are traders.
Okay.
So how do you make traders happy? Make noise about someone who's taking away business. Because as Kikuyus, as one of them, we believe a business. You take away our business, you're taking away our life. So if someone is taking away business, that is the enemy. So this China guy, why is he making 10 million a week when me I'm making 0 or I'm making 500? He's just made it a business. He's come with his money. He's bought items at a big scale and is selling them at a huge scale, and he's done it. So I think this China Square is going to become karaoke square at some point. If China Square is dropped, someone else will do it, in my opinion.
Okay. Kish.
I don't agree with closing down China Square. But I also feel I empathize with the guys from Nyamakima. But I don't think government should close down business, because that's how business works. Because in business, things correct themselves. It's usually demand and supply, and things usually correct themselves. If you're selling lower than the price you're supposed to be selling, you'll eventually run out of business.
What Uber did to taxi drivers.
I don't think the government should just let it run and see, because in business things just happen. Like, things just correct themselves. If he was making he wasn't making any profit and he was just selling his goods super low, he'll be out of business after some time. Then the guys from Kamukunji or Nyamakima should have gone to this guy and asked him, hey, you guy, where are you getting your
supply?
Because I think it should be fair. The only thing government should do is make sure that this guy is bringing these things legally. He's paying his tax. He's going through the same process that these Kenyan people are going through, but not to close
He's just
No,
made a
the government wasn't involved. I think they decided to close. It's
but
the proprietor.
It's because the deputy president is talking about this guy.
Yeah, and the CS.
The CS is talking about this guy. So it's pressure from the government.
We decided this is not worth it. But honestly, you look at the ripple effect, for example. If you read, there's an article, I think it's by The Standard, that talks of a dying restaurant that was there, China Square that got revived because China Square
foot traffic,
brought traffic.
Yeah.
So already an area will start to grow. That's the thing that happens when you bring business and businesses grow. That happens. The only problem you should, honestly, Kish is completely correct. That's business. Unfortunately, it'll correct itself. If this guy wasn't making money, businessmen are very ruthless. They'd be out of the market in a heartbeat. It's not doing it.
If we give it some time, the Nyamakima guys could have seen that this guy is making money by selling them at a lower prices, or maybe reduce their prices to also make the same profit he's making, then sell in bulk.
Now, unlike the two of you, I happen to think that the whole situation was unfair to the local trader, and the government has responsibility of protecting their own.
Why was it unfair?
That's I'm getting to that. As government, you have to make sure that your own is protected before you protect the interest of the visitor. Let me not say to Ingine. It's unfair because these goods, they get them from China. I get them from China, you get them from China, but you're a Chinese guy. So there's an advantage that you have that I don't. It might be perceived, but there's an advantage that you have that I don't. Now, for both of us to go there to the manufacturer or supplier together, get the things, I bring them here, and then you also sell. Sorry, I believe the China Square thing should have been a wholesale undertaking.
So they sell to the traders.
To the traders. At least at that point, I kind of agree with it. So you tell the traders, instead of going to China to get your things, we'll bring them here, you get them from us, then you can now sell to the local mwananchi. But not for them to go buy them, come here, sell wholesale and retail in Kenya and make those amounts of money. Because right now what happens is a big chunk of whatever they were getting also goes back to China. That's the business that they were doing. So when it comes to competition, it's really, really unfair that the local businessman goes to China, buys those things, comes here, then still has to compete with the manufacturer or wholesaler. So it's not fair.
So Mwas, this is my question to you.
Yeah.
We remove the China man.
Okay.
We put Mwas.
Yes.
Mwas, you've developed a business plan. You've developed and you've realized I can undercut traders in Nyamakima.
Okay.
I can undercut them because that's what it is. I've seen a gap, I can make it. And you have the capital. So you go and buy at the same price that this China guy is buying.
Yes.
You bring them here and you create Mwas Square. Is there a problem there?
If it's purely owned and run by a Kenyan,
you've done it all yourself.
No.
Is there a problem?
No.
So your whole issue is just one.
Yes.
That it's a Chinese, it's a foreigner.
Yes.
Had you removed the foreigner, the traders would still be, by your logic, disenfranchised if Mwas was doing it. That's the thing.
Yes and no.
Yes, the businessman is getting richer.
Yes.
But in this hustler economy where we're trying to help the hustler is not getting any better. He's still losing out to Mwas. So that's my issue. If you're doing it, you have to find a way for traders to drop their costs of production and purchasing so that they can sell at a competitive price. If they can't sell at a competitive price, China, okay, yes, therefore, you made a very good point about all that money is going to China. But remove China. Someone else will take that opportunity.
It's the same thing that happened with the Safaricom and Airtel. I think it was then called a different name. When Safaricom sold something like that, when Safaricom used to like charge 7 bob per minute, then this Celtel comes and say, we can definitely charge like 4 bob, 3 bob, and still make profit. You see, then they had to force Safaricom to bring their prices also down because they were making the margin was too high on the Safaricom side. So I think that's business. In business, you are all here to make profits.
Yes.
Even the Nyamakima guys are all here to make profits. But if you can sacrifice a bit of your profit and get bulk sales,
you can consolidate somehow.
So I think that's what this guy was doing.
The thing is,
he cut
we are assuming
to get.
Is he charged the same export levy, import levy? Yes. That's the thing. See, the issue is, I as a Kenyan trader, I go to China, I find a contact, and I purchase these items. I pay export and import, whatever, all those duties, and I bring it, and then I have to sell it at a markup. But because I know the price of the product in Kenya, I increase my markup. Now, Chinaman is saying,
because maybe there's nobody selling, or there's nobody who has gone to China
to do this,
to have goods.
So this guy is just saying, I'll pay my import duties, I'll pay all my tax excise, I'll do everything. All I'm doing is undercutting, because I feel with my strength in my wallet, I can take a hit of a few weeks and make huge profits. That's what he's done. He's just said, I can take the hit.
So we are assuming that when a trader from Nyamakema comes and sells his things, it's at a markup that is super crazy compared to this foreigner, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, part of that is also the purchasing, because we are thinking that when they go there, they buy something at 10 bob and they come and sell it at 100, and then this China man will also buy the same thing at 10 shillings. I happen to think that's not the case.
It's an assumption also.
That's what I'm saying. You're working on that assumption, but then there's this assumption that because you are not a foreigner in that country, they get things cheaper when they go to buy things there.
I think the only way that prices will be dropped is, in my opinion, is based on quantity. For example, rice in Mwea. Now, if you want to buy a kg of rice in Mwea, it's 170 shillings. I know that intimately.
Okay.
It's 170 shillings for the top quality rice. Now, if you tell them I'm buying 1 kg, they'll sell it to you at 170 shillings.
Yes.
If you tell them I'm buying 100 kgs, they'll probably sell it to you at 140 shillings.
Okay.
Because of the margin.
And what are the chances of the guy selling you rice for 170 comes back and sell it at the same price?
Yeah.
Where he's selling to the wholesalers, he'll come back to the same market and sell at a cheaper price.
A different price. He said the price is 170.
Like if I'm a producer of goods, I'm selling to wholesalers at a cheaper price. Yes. I'm selling, like I'm a producer of rice.
Yes.
I'm selling for 170 kg to wholesalers.
Yes.
No, to wholesalers is
it's 170.
Let's say 170.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then the wholesalers come to the market and sell it at 200 maybe.
Yes.
What are the chances? What are the chances that the producer also has goods that he's bringing to the market, not to the wholesale? He sells to the wholesalers, but still brings his goods to the market.
Is that wrong?
Is that wrong? And selling it at 170.
So he says, I'll sell to you at 170.
I get the scenario you're using. Is it wrong? Yes and no. And I understand why he would sell it cheaper. Because right now for me, I come to Mwea, I buy that rice. I have to factor in transport, I have to factor in profit, I have to factor in licenses and rent and all that where I put the rice. But you come with your pickup, with the rice at the back of the pickup, you just set it out by the roadside.
No, he's coming to the market. He's also doing the transport. So he also has to get all this.
I'll use this example just for a second, because I've seen this happening. People just come with their pickups, they just open a gunia there and they just sell by the roadside. Once they're done, they pack and go. There's even a market next to, what is it called, this place, this golf place, Windsor. People just come with their garis, they sell their things, in the evening they go. So the business person has to sell it a bit higher because of all the things that they have to get, licenses, rent and everything. Some of these traders, they don't have to do that because they just come, there's this pop-up market where they do they're selling quickly, they pack and they go.
I think you're changing the scenario. The one I gave you was this guy is not going anywhere. He's coming back to where the people he's selling to come. So he's realized that these people are making 30
shillings extra.
30 shillings extra. Then he says, why are these people making 30 shillings extra? We can make 10 shillings extra. So instead of selling it 200, let's sell it at
180 or 185.
Then he brings it to the same market where he sold these wholesalers.
He said,
he set up
too much.
Because he also has transport. He also has to buy permit, to get permits to trade in the market. He does the same thing. Is it wrong?
He's just realized I can undercut you. It's all the business of undercutting.
It's both right and it's wrong. from a consumer point of view, it's right because I want to buy the cheapest. But from this business perspective, it's wrong because you're undercutting your customer. You're selling him the commodity, so you're getting that money, and then going to the market and selling again, locking him out, leaving him with all the produce. It's wrong. It's ethically wrong if you think about it. But from a consumer point of view, it's perfect for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's perfect for us as consumers.
No. So in the government, there's a body that deals with competition.
Yes,
you can't have unfair competition.
But that wasn't unfair because you're also assuming that this Chinese guy is getting goods for free in China.
He's not.
I mean, you're being extreme. I'm not saying it for free.
No, but
you're saying that's an assumption you're making. Maybe he's buying it the same price.
No, that's an assumption.
Yeah,
also. What I'm saying is,
so the government should let it play out by itself.
No.
It's wrong,
you have to protect local industries.
You protect. It's not a local industry. This guy still gets the goods.
No, it's cottage industry. That's an industry.
True, but
right
we've
now,
also accepted that foreigners can come and trade in Kenya. And they have to apply for licenses.
And there are rules
have to
and
so if he follow those rules,
no, that's what we need to answer. Because recently, I think there's a body that went there and found that some of the things they were selling were counterfeit. Now I don't understand why it took them that long to get to that point.
I think that we can't talk about because
we don't know. But all I'm saying is,
it's a government body that said that. So they went and did their tests. What I'm saying is, people can do businesses. That's okay, but there has to be fair competition. You can't sell me. You can't like the rice example. You can't sell me 100 bags of rice at that 170 shillings. Then come to the market and the pricing you put your price 20 shillings cheaper. So meaning, I'll keep my 100 bags of rice and everyone else will run to your shop to buy from you. You've put me at a place where I can't make profit and I can't even sell what I have.
You can make profit, but you just have to sacrifice.
Yes,
and
but now
make it because you are making higher margins. Let's say you are making like double the profit. So he's just telling you, no, you are. What's the term?
You can cut the price. Basically.
Yeah, you can cut the price.
Yeah,
that's unfair.
And still make profit.
That's unfair.
All my opinion on this matter is Nyama Kima, Kamkunji, they've given us incredible things. Many of us, from rich to poor, have purchased items from those places based on their cost and their quality. However, those are industries that are going to suffer. That's my personal opinion. Those are industries that can die. That's my issue.
For me,
so protect yourself because someone else is going to come and do the same thing.
For me, the Chinaman is right to do business in Kenya, but there has to be rules. You can't be competing with Kenyans in those too small nini. Come and sell your cars, come and do your things in wholesale, but don't go to retail where you're there's a thing where some Chinamen were doing hawking and people protested that you can't come and do that small business up if that's for the local people. Sell in bulk, let us do our individual to business here and there. Other than that, I'm all for open free markets, but there has to be regulations.
Okay.
What I feel, if it was to be regulated, it should have started when this guy was setting a shop. That was the regulation that needed to be to happen. Like if we gave this guy the permit, everything we gave him, like we said it's okay. Now once he started, now it's not okay because we knew this guy is Chinese, he's coming from China, and he wanted to do this business, and he started doing this business, and we're okay with it. Now that we've realized that his prices are better compared to Kenyan.
I'm with you on that one. They should have done better before.
Yeah, before. Not let it start, then now realize that,
Yeah, my final shot on it is I don't know if you've heard the term dog whistling. The politicization of this issue seems to me like dog whistling.
Yeah.
Like they're creating, he's blowing a tune to attach to a certain group of people. And he wants to politicize that issue. So he's using, in my opinion, the politicians.
Okay.
They're like three. They're using Nyamakima and this issue as a way to dog whistle to their electorate.
For political mileage.
It's political mileage. He's seeing, okay, this is an issue. It's an easy one. It's easy to say blame China. It's very easy because that's already the fashion. Blame China. But what's the credible solution to this? The issue is, can Kamkunji, can Nyamakima continue trading the way they are right now? And I am of the belief that they can for 5 years, but unfortunately that industry is going to suffer. Because young people are looking towards making things more efficient. They're going to undercut them. The next person will be called Karanja, Karaoke, Kareivi.
He's going to talk to the Chinaman and ask him where he.
But if I find that China guy, I'll ask him, how do you do it? I'll even tell him, make me your face. Call it Kareivi Square, but I'm giving you 50% of the profit.
Okay, now knowing your history, we know you can do that.
I can do it.
So much for being Pan-African and pan-whatever, and you're here advocating for.
I've always admitted me I'm a hypocrite. I don't hide it. I think all humans are.